So it's been a minute, but all praises to the Most High, Yahweh Shai, and the Heavenly Mother. All praises. All praise for the Spirit that has come upon me and resided within me, as it has, I'm sure, to others, to many. All praises to the breath of life and the knowledge and the wisdom that we have at this time to be able to give understanding, not only just to ourselves, but also to our families. Even though they won't all listen, believe, acknowledge, we still have to let them be informed. And we have to explain to people, this is our task, our purpose. We have to show and explain we have to show people and tell people how to live righteously. Because they don't believe, they don't trust. This nostalgia, this sorcery of nostalgia, this sorcery of traditions of men is so deep and such a ironclad hold on the minds, the actions of these heathens and Gentiles, that it is no wonder he said it, no wonder it has been written that we fight not against the physical, but we fight against the principalities of the air. The thought. We have to understand, and that's why Israel was so important, because Israel was able to subdue its desires at will. That's the magic. To subdue your negative thoughts, to subdue, to make it easy, all the demons that surround you, and that we're going to surround your descendants. And listen, I didn't do nothing. I didn't wake up one day and, you know what? Listen, I'm going to go do all this stuff. Nope. The Most High did this. The Most High has brought forth information and wisdom at a time when there was going to be none. So when I see these things, I go to Black Panther. It was good. It was one of these things that, I get it. I can see that now. The two kingdom approach, the underwater realm, which has always been there. The earth was water first, right? So the water has been flooding the earth for a long time. For a long time. So I get it. And we have lost a lot of information, the two kingdoms, and we're coming back together. I get that too. I see that. Ezekiel, right? I mean, that's all prophecy, but yes, I see that. But one of the things that I still have a problem with, because this is still how Hollywood tricks and interjects its own perverted ways, is that they killed off Black Panther. They could have had another man as a Black Panther. Now look, I'm not going against women being heroes or women warriors by no stretch of the imagination. But at the end of the day, that is Black Panther, and he had lots of Marvel stories. I know they just getting to the end now. Now they getting to the end of the story of all of his escapades, and they getting to the end of it now. So they just I guess that's why. I guess that's what the Spirit is saying, that it's to the end. They're not gonna be able to show all the stories of Black Panther. So at some point, Black Panther dies. Now in this case, he wouldn't have been dead. He still would have been here if the real Most High had not taken him away, the actual actor. So at the end of the day, we're sitting here dealing with a industry of magic that was brought together or put together to destroy us for a lack of knowledge, only to be at the end the light bearer, the knowledge bearer to the people. And this is why this whole thing is so convoluted right now, because there's so many people out here that are still wanting to stay connected to a bygone source, a bygone energy. Like it's like it's like you got a propane tank and you down to E, and yet you still trying to get all you can out of that. You trying to get all you can out of all of that, so that way, because that's all you got at the end of the day, because that's it, right? So my logic is, hey, if we see that we're getting to the end of something, wouldn't it be best to see what's next? To see what I have to do to ensure that if I see it, okay, so like this. So if I'm on a plane and I see the plane is falling, over water? Let's say it's over water, okay? Am I going to try to help everybody else that's panicking, because I'm sure everybody's panicking, and not put on a life preserver? Or am I going to put my life preserver on, make sure that I'm straight, and then deal with what the consequences are of the actions of someone else, mind you, or something else that is now put me in the mix of? So if I was given a life preserver to utilize to be saved up out the water, to be saved, period, why would I not put that life preserver on? And a lot of people, this life preserver for a time for them was Christianity. It was Christianity, it was Islam, it was Buddhist, it's Hindu. Well, now that life preserver is the truth. Israelite knowledge. The truth. Israelite knowledge. Because that's the only thing that this world has never had in a long time. So, I mean, that would only make sense that it would only make sense that after all is said and done, with all of the information that they have had access to, I'll say it like this, not just they have had access to, because all the knowledge is here, but they only had all the knowledge that they only had capacity for is done. But now we have a larger capacity, brain matter, spiritual matter, than they have ever had. So now we get to go further than them. Now some can cleave to us. It's like like Superman grabbing Spider-Man and flying through the air real quick. They can cleave to us, and they can be brought into this portal, this tunnel, this portal of knowledge and wisdom with us, and be open to it, but they have to choose that. This has nothing to do with us, but yet it does have everything to do with us. We're not treating them bad. They are being self-convicted. The Father is on our side. He's not on their side. The things that used to be is now being brought to light, and none of that is showing us in the negative. And they are troubled. So then they go to Ish and have Ish provide them with some sort of sorcery, high high sorcery to try to get themselves back in the mix, to get themselves a spell that would be able to retake the minds of Israel. So instead of them, dealing righteously, they're still dealing wickedly. Hence why they're heathens, and they'll never be able to come full circle and gain the understanding from the Most High, because they're never going to care enough, love enough, want understanding or understanding or understanding enough of who the Most High's children are, because they want to go directly to a source. So their source is anti our source. So that's why they are unable to recognize and consider. Gentiles coming to us, they will be able to recognize and consider, but they're going to have to make a choice. See, the heathen ain't even going to make that choice. The Gentiles will have to make that choice. Israel has already made that choice. As a matter of fact, that choice has already been made for Israel. That too is part of this whole conniption, this confluence of events that's going on, where we're saying, we don't care about what you're saying, we only care about what we're saying. What? We don't care about what you're thinking, we only care about what we're thinking. What? That breaks that nostalgia spell. Used to be back in the day when you would hear that, chestnuts roasting on an open fire, or, silent night, all of a sudden you get that spirit that could, not no more. Now it's, ugh. And it's not even the fact that you hate it, it just doesn't sit with you like it used to. And those that can't, and those that are not where you are, or where I am in particular, they find it hard to understand. So a third party has to come and intervene so that everyone can be seen. Everyone can be seen. Because everyone has been hidden. And now that some of us are coming up out of her, we're being seen. And in doing so, we are showing them. And that goes back full circle. What I said, it's about showing them, showing the Gentile, to hell with the heathen, showing them, so understand subjects and subject verbs and agreements in these words, these spells. So, they can be heathen Gentile, but then that if people are talking about those that are just wicked, they're heathen. If there's somebody that says, he did this or she did that and it just wasn't meant to be, and but he's fine, that's Gentile. So we're in this state of change where everyone all over the world, this gospel, they say gospel, of course they put their words into it, but this spirit has to go throughout the world. And what spirit is that? That's the spirit of Israel. It has to go, because you got to realize that these people have kept nations. Just because we got free Wi-Fi and we can do this and we can do that, other countries don't. Other countries don't have the ability to do the things, to see the things, have access to the things that we do. So this is a slow process. So where it may seem like the Father is, slow moving on us, even though I feel like he is just chopping down there. I mean, whoop, whoop. I mean, I see this thing as he is just it's like second, my goodness. But the rest of the world, it's another process. So he's doing all of this at once. This is a major chess game. He's working with one king right now. Just like at the end, when the king left, he had to do one thing at a time. It's a process. So he came to us. After he came to us, and once he came to the physical, he left the physical, he went to the spiritual, and he handled business. So he's doing the same thing all over the world. Because he's got to take back full dominion. So that means everyone has to be awake. Everyone has to have their eyes wide open. Not just these fools over here in America, but everybody. You know, Brazil, Argentina, our sisters and our cousins and our cousins down the way, Central and South America, they still love that Papal fella. They still love him. So, you know, we gotta be patient. We gotta be patient. And you know, the brothers that are still over there, the brothers that are still over in Africa, they second to wake up. They second. We were first. Now, I'm not getting the semantics of who was first and who didn't. Nope. I'm just talking about as a whole. The collective consciousness began here. Once the collective consciousness began here, it flowed back to Africa. Why? Because that was where they had us thinking. So our brothers is back over there. They waking up. I venture to say as soon as before 2024, there'll be a lot more people all over the earth talking about this, and they're not going to be able to shut it down. They're not going to be able to, it'll be known. It'll be like a known situation where, oh, they've got these black Israelites over in China and they won't let them go. They got them working this way and they got them working as slaving. See, it's all going to come out. It's all going to come out. Judah was first. This is just coming to a head, and we making it happen. So keep up the work. Keep up working, doing the right thing. Keep up in the spirit of righteousness. Keep up being who you are. Having the divine confidence of your heritage. Knowing that the Father's got all of us who want to be with him. Knowing and treating everybody, even the heathen, even the Gentile, and most assuredly the brethren and sisters, with respect, the way you want to be respected, treated, talked to, thought of. Because it's going to get harder on them going forward. Their spiritual attacks of the Shedim is about to make it all chaos. It's going to be chaos. The depression is going to be great. So be mindful of your own spirit. Take care of those that you are in charge to take care of, spiritually and physically. Love thy brother and thy sister, thy mother and thy father. Know and chase after and seek the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the great Elohim. Read, show thyself approved. Fight the powers that be. Shalom.